Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Boomer Show, candid conversations with us boomers, better known as the sexties. So, hello, Diane. Hello, Pam. Hopefully,
Hello.
Everybody.
hopefully we'll have Mel and Renee join in a little while. But if not, we carry on like we normally do.
Okay.
So, ladies, we do have a topic that we're going to discuss today, which is what did I say? Outdated life scripts. I got thrown off because I went to change the banner and it went back. Oh, let me save it. Outdated life scripts today. But before we get to the topic, we need to do a little bit of catching up, I guess. And I just I want to start off by saying that I got very angry a couple of hours ago watching the news and saw yet another guy, two guys, matter of fact, in Louisiana. Once again, something is wrong with these people. Yes, the freaking strip search. And then you enter their house illegally. And I just got mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm beyond being, disappointed and all that. I'm angry.
Yeah. This is broad daylight. It's more
on the street.
Pulling down his pants, and then they pull down the underwear. They're groping
underwear. Yes, in broad daylight on the street. Just outrageous. Both guys. The guy, two brothers, and then go to their house illegally and enter their house with guns drawn.
And he sat in jail for 5 months because they found a gun until the
judge looked at it. Yeah.
And said this and after all that, they pay him $35,000 for what they did. And both of the cops are still working every day like they did nothing wrong.
Now, to me, the $35,000, you picked a bad lawyer. But yeah,
absolutely, that's nothing.
Utterly ridiculous. I just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
They're just treating us like cattle. This is, like we're not due any respect, any sense of privacy, and they think whatever they do to people.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep. Can you hear me? I hear you. They think whatever they do to people of color, there won't be any punishment. In a lot of cases, they're accurate. I mean, these guys are still working.
They feel like they can do it. They do it. And then if we don't find out about it, guess what? There's another one they just got away with. I'm just incensed.
Yeah, that's awful. I saw that too. I don't know if I'm going to watch. I guess I will. The Tulsa
massacre. The story.
It's on Monday. It's on actual Memorial Day because I think that marks the.
I can't hear.
Oh. Okay. I don't know.
I can hear her. We can hear you.
You can hear me.
We can hear you and
we can
hear you and see you.
We see you. We hear you. You're not muffled or anything. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you hear us? She can't hear us. She don't hear
I hear you now.
You do?
Okay. All right, we're good because we can hear you.
But yeah, I guess I'll watch it, even though that's disturbing. And I mean, I already know the story, but Well,
I want to watch it now because just to get a full idea, like a documentary version instead of the short little clips that I've seen. But also, I just happened to be watching Joy on MSNBC because our show comes on here at 6:00. She's on from 6 to 7. And she did a little segment where she covered not only that, she talked about that, but these other things that happened to us, and in particular in 1916, I think, where there were a whole series of massacres against Black people that I had never heard of.
Yeah, because they're not in the history books, probably.
Yeah. Stuff we never heard of. Arkansas, East St. Louis was the only one that I had kind of heard a little bit about. She talked about that one. But what happened in Arkansas, and it was a couple other places that she mentioned.
Rosewood, Florida.
I had no idea of those. Yeah, Rosewood I had heard about.
But
that she mentioned ones that I knew nothing about. Yeah. And so it's like, they're against this critical race theory. Well, you know what? Critical race theory is important now because it is why we are where we are.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And the young generations need to know that. We need to stop. They compared it. She had somebody on there that compared it to the history that we do now, being like a fairy tales or story to put you to sleep at nighttime, the bedtime story, and the real history, which is what
Disturbing.
we need to be hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just blows the mind.
And then you have a lot of, especially in Texas, some of the school districts that I know well, the white parents do not want their kids exposed to it. It happened, it's real. But they think it's too disturbing, it's too graphic, it's a thing of the past. Leave
They're
it there.
embarrassed. That's what
They
it
don't
is.
want to
They're
talk about
embarrassed
it.
to be white people, and white people did this, and I understand, but I don't get it for real. You know. Um,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, they want to outlaw it. And many school districts are outlawing that 1619 project, talking about these massacres. They whitewashed it. And then the history books don't support it. It's not in the history book. So it's kind of like their kids will still not get it unless they're exposed to it on the internet.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think more and more these stories are going to come out. They're going to be out there in the stratosphere, and eventually are going to have to be addressed and dealt with.
Yeah.
But this is all that we can do, is get the word out until we get to critical mass that these history books and stuff need to be changed and updated to reflect real history and not the fairy tale history that that we got taught.
Absolutely. Breathe.
In a way. Right. I was like, so Diana, I have to apologize because I had said last week that I was going to try your tea cake recipe this past weekend, and I didn't get a chance to because my niece wanted to barbecue, and so I ended up with a house full of people, so I didn't have the chance to. Hopefully this weekend I am going to make.
You're not going to barbecue this weekend? Oh no! Oh,
I don't know. Muff is moving this weekend, and so it's it's
no.
a little hokey. We try to get her moved.
Okay.
So we still may. We always do stuff at the last minute sometimes. Lucius and I, let's because he did ask me earlier, we're gonna do something. I'm like, well, we're moving Muff. I don't know. Plus, I got to work 4 hours Monday.
On Monday?
Yeah. They scheduled me for 4 hours, but it's just 4 hours, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's in the middle of the, it's the afternoon, so I can still do something in the morning and then still have the evening.
Okay.
I did, however, even though they don't normally schedule me on Sundays anyway, I made sure to take off the Saturday before 4th of July along with that Sunday. And since they're doing one big fireworks celebration this year, I kind of want to go down and see it. I haven't went down and saw the big one in a long time.
The one big one. They say it's supposed to be the biggest one ever.
It's on the 4th. They're going to do it on the 4th. They're having the parade Saturday because they're not having the fair this year, but they're having the parade Saturday and then the fireworks Sunday. So I do kind of want to go and see it. And then the next year they'll be back to having the VP fair, which is cool.
Okay.
So, did anything good happen for anybody this week?
I got nothing. I told you my week was tough. Last 2 weeks, I got nothing. I'm here, breathing and happy, but
Yeah.
Life
happened.
Life happened, yes.
This is true. Life does happen because I went to turn on the air conditioning in the car and it did not get cool.
Oh no!
3 days of messing with it. Like, okay, I already know it's not going to get cool, but the third day, I'm still turning it on anyway. Well, let me just see. So finally, I had to ask Alice about the air conditioning, and of course, I need to get some free output in it.
It's more than that, or is that just?
No, that's it. That's it. Cool. Yeah, she said her husband did it last year, and he only did the top. In this car, you have to do the top and the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm going to take it into some place and let them do it. So I can have air. But
yeah, you need
air.
Nice
to have the sunroof, though.
Yes.
Get a little extra. So,
well, can you explain the topic? You said you was going to update me on what that meant. The phrase about the life scripts.
Outdated life scripts.
Yeah, what is that?
So I think the idea was, you kind of think of, or you plan your life out a particular way, and you follow along with the plan that you had or that you might have made when you were 30, right? And
Okay.
you're going along with that script and not having updated um what it is that you're doing, what your plans are, what your thoughts are, that type of a thing. So you're living with an outdated script.
Hmm.
Um
Whose idea was this?
Mel, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But it was a good one. We actually had hold on. I got the wrong one showing. Anyway, I had the banner set up, outdated life scripts. Let me
Oh, okay.
type it back in.
Hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
I
he.
actually started
Please.
taking a little time today um, to think about like my beauty routine and what do I need to rethink? What do I need to change? Was I doing anything wrong? So I did a little research on that. I'm trying to go through, I guess, each little phase thing and figure out where I can tighten up, where I can tweak, and change my routine just a little bit to reflect who I am and where I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Um,
Well, now that I get a little bit better idea what this means, two things come to mind. One, can't eat what I could always eat in the past. You know how certain foods and some things don't taste the same and some things don't agree with me. And it's kind of like, stop eating like a 20-year-old and eat what your body really needs and no more than that. So I'm really rethinking what I eat, when I eat it, and how I'm moving, you know,
mhm.
because what worked in the past or getting away with doing bad things or eating really awful stuff doesn't work as well now. So it's outdated. It needs to be updated, improved, or gotten rid of. So, yeah, that's
And
one
I
of
think
them.
that's where a little researcher stuff comes in handy so that you can see that, is what you're doing still effective? Does it
Mhm,
make sense?
mhm,
Is it something different that you could be doing?
mhm.
Because, for instance, I saw a story this morning on the CBS News, and this guy had prostate cancer. And they have a new test now, which I wish they had had when Lucius battled it. But it's a pill that you take, but it goes right to those cancer cells. And
Okay.
then they put you in like a CT scan machine,
Mhm.
and it only identifies those spots so they can see where the cancer is because this
Oh,
guy's cancer had metastasized.
okay.
But then they were able to devise the treatment that went directly to that cancer and killed it without him having to have surgery.
Cool. Cool.
And so he ends up cancer free. And I'm
That's
like, oh
wonderful.
my God, I wish Lucius had had that so he wouldn't have to go through the
So,
surgery part of it.
right.
But just as I say that to say this, that things evolve and change
Mm-hmm.
and get better over time. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think, sometimes we do need to look and see, what are we doing? What are we reading? Who are we around? And, do a little bit of a reality check with our routines and our life scripts.
Okay. Well, my second one, I want a natural hairstyle. I want a natural hairstyle. Kathy's heard this a lot, Diane. Now you're gonna hear it until I make it happen. I got this bald spot at the top of my head, and it makes it a challenge. So when somebody looks at it, like, how do we get around that? I don't want wigs because it's too hot. When it gets hot, I it won't work for me. But try to keep this straight for the summer. The humidity here, after a day or two, why'd I spend any money going to get my hair flat ironed? So I really want a natural hairstyle. So I
Just
am,
go, just do it.
well, no, it's gotta be a style to work with the little problem I got at the crown of my head.
Well, girl, look, my hair is thin, so you'll figure something out how to work with that.
Well, I'm open to it. Like I said, I talked to two people so far who looked at him like, yeah, they're shaking their head like, I don't know.
You could do something like me, Pam, where either you get hair put in that's either braided all the way down or only partially braided, and pull it in a ponytail and cover that spot up just like I'm doing. You could do the same thing.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to be this hair. I picked out this hair in particular,
Right.
because it's wavy and curly. But you could get straight hair where somebody could braid it all the way down. They got the fox braids, the box braids,
It's just
and
that that's
then
hot. That's hot too. After having that part is
and if
why.
you pull it back where it's off of
Okay.
your head, off of your
Mhm.
forehead, but still cover the boss by just having it in a ponytail hanging back, you'll be surprised
Okay.
at how used
Right,
you will
just
get
wear.
to
I
that
mean,
and
just
how
wear.
convenient
Right,
it
and just
is.
wear it puffy. Just try wearing it pulled back, puffed natural
Mhm.
or pink natural. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just try getting used to it being in its natural state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because I could
things.
I could pull it all back now, and you won't know the difference. It won't be a
Right,
really
right,
full puff, but it'll be there. So I see your point. I
right.
Well,
got
I
to
think
you something.
I'm gonna have to hook you up with Tramika, who is Terrell's sister-in-law, so his wife's sister, the
Mhm.
one that I told you before. She does hair. Her specialty though is natural hairstyles. That's what she
Okay.
specializes in. So you might need to talk to her.
Okay.
She's cool and
Okay.
down to earth, but I think she might be able to come up with a solution for you.
Okay. Yeah, that would be my other script to update quickly. Yes.
See,
So I
I
have
see.
two. I've got two. What you got, Diane?
I think lately I've been more focused on a look that's me. You know, I don't like jeans. I like wearing jeans, but I'm looking for comfort. I'm looking for that style that's me. Just like this. I like to be laid back and comfortable. I don't want anything clingy. So when I go out shopping, I'm looking for particular things that is the key is comfort for me. So I'm trying, one of my update thing is to find that style, to find that dress that defies who I am right now and how I like to be, and that I can move forward with it. That's what it is for me.
Okay. Okay.
And I guess my second one would be is to how I am working from home now, basically indefinitely. So I'm trying to figure out how to get up and still, what my focus is getting up and looking my best every day. Even if I'm not wearing any makeup, how do I get up every day and look my best, even if I'm walking around casual, because I really like that casual laid back look. So
Hmm.
I'm looking for, my thing is clothing right now. What
Okay.
can I do that reflect me? That's me, period. And nobody else but me.
Mm-hmm. If you
Well, I
get to
think
be
you
your
need to take a walk into the Gap, and not because I work there, but because the stuff that you were talking about, they tend to carry that kind of stuff, or even just look online. They have
Hmm.
good, comfortable, mainstream clothes, and
Hmm.
just nice, comfortable stuff that you can wear. So I think
Hmm.
you might want to go in there and take a look, because you'll find some,
And
nice t-shirts,
we
different
used to
lengths of
have a
stuff,
Gap here.
jeans.
Used to have a Gap here. We don't have anymore. And I might check online because I used to like to go into the Gap store. And
Yeah.
I used to like to go into Old Navy, but to me, some of their clothes and things are kind of seem like a little flimsy to me right now. Sometimes I can find some things, but I want something that I can just wear over and over and over and over and over again too.
Yeah. Well, they do have good. Their Gap Fit stuff is pretty good. Apparently, they sell quite a bit of that. They have some nice prints and stuff too. So you might like
I'm
some
gonna
of
have
those
to go. You
shirts.
know what? Yeah, I look for particular prints. Kind of like subtle prints, but I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm glad you mentioned it. I'll go online and look.
Yeah. because I'm
When you
finding that surprisingly enough, you know, that I'm finding stuff that I can buy. And of course, you know, I never buy anything full price. I get it on sale. So
Right,
I've bought
right,
the
right.
$5 and $9 jeans, which I was like, you know, considering they were 60 and 70 bucks, like,
got a deal. Yay. But when you mention comfortable,
You're
I
not
like
feeling.
that. Oh,
Oh, I'm done.
when you mention comfortable clothing, I like, even though it's a lot of me now, it should be less. But I like that bohemian style. It's loose fitting. It's some different
I do
bold
too.
prints. This one store, I don't know if it's still around anymore. It was called Free People.
yeah,
Girl, let me tell
free
I
you,
people.
love,
They have some cute stuff.
I
Yes,
love their store.
yes,
I
I
love their
agree. I
store.
agree.
Oh my God.
it's
And they
funny,
carry
Tab,
their line too in Dillard. So if the store isn't open,
Oh,
I think the store is still open in the Galleria,
oh,
but they
okay.
carry them in Dillard too. They got a whole section.
Okay, now I need to check that out. I like that kind of style.
well,
I do
Pam,
too.
let me tell you, it's funny that you mentioned that because
Okay.
I've been wearing some free people, and you're right, it's
Yes.
in Dillard.
See,
As
see,
a,
Yes. I
as a
like that
matter, let me
store.
free people. It's a lifestyle.
hold
It
on.
is a
As a matter of
lifestyle.
fact, I bought a top out of there just today. You
Look
know,
at you.
just today. It just
See, that's what's going to get me
because
back in the mall.
for that very reason, and I tried on this nice long flowy bohemian looking peach
Hmm.
dress. I
Okay.
started to get it, but the only reason that I didn't get it because I'm waiting for dealers to do their little sale. I said, well, maybe
Okay.
I get it then, but it ain't down. You know what? I know a sale coming up, but
Right.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I love
Just so
that
you know, I
style.
think you, yeah, I
Oh,
think you might. I think you might like it, Pam.
okay.
It had pockets and everything.
Oh, I
But
love it already.
I just discovered that over the last year, and
Okay.
that's what drew me to it because it seems so free. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I can
It's
wear this. Free
fun.
people.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool. And I had no
Ex-
idea that dealers carried it. So I have to go,
yeah,
because then they have sales a lot. So that's a better place to try to get it. Oh, I like that. Okay.
exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Except I had to get this top without waiting for the. Well, it was on sale, but I had to get it because the sale wasn't gonna be this week like I thought, and it was the only size that they have. I'm like, man, but I
Okay.
had to pick it, couldn't leave it. But it was on sale.
Okay. I love it. We are free people.
You know what?
Okay.
That's so funny how you mention that. It's so
That is
funny how you
amazing.
mention that. So you
Mhm.
know the style that I'm looking for.
Yes, exactly. I do.
You
I
know,
thought of that
that's
immediately when you
very
said it.
interesting, Kathy. That's so
Oh,
Huh? What
that's
we
so
do?
it's so interesting.
okay, Kathy, you're gonna see me in the mall looking for free people stuff. I have to come by and say hi with my new
That's right.
purchase.
Yes, yes, because they're on. I think if I'm not mistaken,
Oh
they're
my
on the
God.
same level. They're on the same side even that we're
Okay.
on, but just
Wow.
farther down toward the middle of the mall.
Okay. Okay.
So I
Cool.
So it's
go and
actually a
I
store.
look through the window sometimes, but I actually go in Dillard since they're right there by me, and I look at
Hmm.
the stuff that they have in Dillard.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I do like them.
Hmm.
Yes, I see. And Diane, here's what's really funny too. I have walked by this store window and looked in there and thought, this look like Diane right there. You know, because they have
Oh,
a loose top that might have a a little lace stem or a lace, not lace, but a like a ruffle thing at the bottom. But it's a nice little print. You know, I kind of know the prints that she kind of like. And I
Uh-huh.
walk by, I'm like, oh, that look like Diane. That'd be
Look
something
at
she would like.
you.
really? Let me
Didn't
tell
know
you.
you liked them, though, Pam. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I started liking it in
I
Texas. Yep.
tell you,
Yeah.
I believe this that you would like this dress I tried on. If you like peach too,
Yeah.
woo,
Look at
it
her.
was
Look
cute.
at her bragging.
No, for real. Now that you mentioned that, that was so much fun. Now that you know, I'm knowing I'm on track with something because I'm like, I never heard of free people before, but I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm liking this stuff. And then I saw this dress that was on sale, but not on sale enough. I'm like, and I tried it on. I'm like, oh, this is nice and flowy. Plus, Kathy, it had lace in it
Some
at the
things
bottom.
don't change.
So you know what she likes.
It's funny that you would still know that.
Yeah.
I tell you something else that was funny. I was watching um flea market flip
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
few nights ago, and it occurred to me. It just flitted across my mind. I wonder how you get on this show because me and Diane used to go junking,
Really?
Yeah.
And I just think it would be so fun, I think, to do something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing what they do with certain pieces. I mean,
Yeah.
they end up with some professional, maybe a carpenter or somebody that's a craftsman to help
That
them out
helps
with their
them.
vision. But the things they do with simple pieces that you just look at and like, dang, and it's just gorgeous. You want to pay a little money for it once they finish it. I
So
love
They
that.
what
do a
is
lot of they do a lot of very nice bar carts.
Mhm.
That seems to be a biggie.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
With the
And
find the
chairs.
so
wood
what is
box.
this? What is this show?
It's
It's
called
called
flea
Flea
market.
Market Flip.
On what
Flea Market
channel?
Flip.
Is that what station? It's not HGTV.
It comes on a couple of different stations here because I think one time I saw it on Inspiration, but I have to see what channel
Yeah.
147 is. I'll let
Oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
But
don't remember.
and a lot of times it comes on either later at night or sometimes on the weekend they'll do like a
Oh,
marathon where they come on back to back to back. But there's basically a person and there's two couples of people, not just man and female or whatever, but just two people, two teams, and they get $500 in an hour to go through this flea market and find three items because they have projects. So three different defined projects that they have to find items for. And then they
mm.
get a day to fix them up. And then they actually go to the flea market and sell them. And so
Wow.
whoever buys the lowest and sells the highest is the winner. The
Mhm.
trick is buying
I think
low.
I've seen it before.
You probably
Maybe.
have. You
It's a great.
probably
But
I
it's
have.
been
really
It's
like
on
been
for
it.
on
some
for a
years,
while.
right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, at
It's
least
been
for
on for a
like
while.
2015 or 16. It's been a
Yeah,
few
because I've
years.
been watching it for
Hmm.
several years now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool though. I love some of the things they come up with, and it's
Mhm.
fun to see the people that they try to sell it to real people at the flea market. Because they know they may have only paid $35 for something, and for another $50, $15 they fix it into this, but they sell it for 150. But people that are
Mm.
buying it don't know that.
Yeah,
They just see the end result and think,
right.
oh, this is just creative, it's nice, I want it. So it's really cool to convince regular folks to pay this extra money, knowing you spent
Yeah.
little to nothing to fix it up.
And by the way, the team that wins $5,000. So
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. It's a bigger number. Yes.
that would be fun.
Mhm.
That I think that would be something fun
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, ladies, anything else you want to discuss? We're at 7:27.
Hey, that was a wonderful topic right there. It's just so funny how so coincidental things come out
mhm.
just by talking,
Because that wouldn't have
just by
came out of just normal conversation. You're right.
right, just by sharing this information, just by having a topic. Sometimes it might seem like, that's the whole purpose of a topic because one topic can lead to another. It's an
Mhm.
opening, it's an
Mhm.
icebreaker. Because
Right.
I never would have known that, Pam, about you and the free.
See?
It's
See?
I'm laughing
I
and the
know.
free and the free people. And
Mhm.
then Kathy saying there's in Dillis and it's a store. I didn't know that.
I didn't
I'm
either.
thinking it was some little odd brand, but my whole point is it is good to have a topic. Wherever
Yeah.
that topic leads you, so be it.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Um, something I was gonna say. And I forgot it flooded in my mind and it just affected.
It's like this, and it's gone. Well, I gotta
Excuse me. I know
convince.
what it was.
Okay, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say I gotta convince brother-in-law. We talk offline. Y'all got a barbecue. Y'all can't leave me hanging now. No, no. So we have to talk offline. No, no. Holiday. I'm counting on y'all now.
Well, I can always barbecue Sunday. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying, and
Okay.
have it for Monday.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, Muff wanted the barbecue. So look, I didn't know our grill wasn't there. He had let the twin come get the grill because they wanted to use it. So
Oh.
luckily, though, he talked to him that morning. He brought it back, so we were
Okay.
able to, get out there and it actually turned out real good.
Okay. Okay.
So I just an aside thing. So my back porch, I really like it because it's covered in stuff,
Mhm.
but I was having a problem with bees. I was seeing these couple of bees that would circle around, and every year, they would be in the same spot, and I could see them there, and so I thought that they had a whole colony inside the rails of the porch. Well, it turns out they didn't, because I thought that the rails were plastic, but they're wood, so
Oh.
they're not hollow. However, the bee turns out it's carpenter bee, and they do burrow in wood, and that's how they lay their eggs and stuff. And they're basically kind of singular bees, so they don't, do a whole hive thing, but they do like the male and the female, and then whatever they have. And so once I figured that out, I was able to figure out how to get him to go away. So I got some wood putty, and I filled in every single hole and every single post that was out there. And I watched that bee for 2 days, trying to figure out how to get to that hole that it had burrowed. And it couldn't figure it out. And finally, after 2 days, the third day, it gave up. So yesterday evening, it wasn't there. And then I got up this morning and looked after I washed the dishes, and it wasn't there either. So it finally gave up. And part of the reason I wanted to do it that way is because, we have this whole thing with the bee population and not killing bees. So I didn't want to just kill the doggone thing. I could have just hit it and, smashed it. But I was like, go away and find you another place to live and leave me in peace. I'll leave you in peace. So now I feel like I can get out on my back and really enjoy it, because I don't have to worry about a bee.
Oh my God.
Not only that, you figured it out. You used the wood putty. You figured it out.
Okay.
I'm a solution girl. Once I figure out what the problem is, I'm on to the solution. I need a solution. I don't need to keep talking about the problem forever and a day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me figure this out. So I was proud of myself for that. And then it turns out my husband had a chair in the garage. The back part of the garage that I didn't know was back there. And he happened to pull it out yesterday because he was getting something. And I see this chair, and I'm like, I like the chair. I like the bones and everything, and the way it's shaped. So I kind of confiscated the chair. I had him bring it into the house because it was supposed to rain today. It was on the back. So I brought it into the house because I want to do what they do on flea market flip and take the fabric off of it, see what condition that the foam is in. If it feels really good, but take that material off, replace the material, the one armrest, where the post comes into the rest. I'm trying to show that. I got to wood glue that together, but the rest of the legs and everything are solid. So I'm like, oh, I got a little project to work on.
Oh my!
Have you done that before?
No.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
She just found her project.
That's what.
After watching them, I feel like I can do it.
I know.
Exactly.
I feel like I can do it.
Do it because I know that. Do it because you can do it, and that's what changing that script is all about too. When you're talking about a different script, that's what it's about. Okay, I'm
going to try to make sure to take before and after pictures. So I can show my work. But I'm kind of excited to, take on something that I haven't done before. That may be a little bit overwhelming until I figure out, what to do.
Well, I was thinking about the same thing with staining my stairs. I was motivated by one of my friends. She does a lot of things by looking at YouTube in her home. And unlike here, with my issues with finding contractors, she can easily find them, but she don't like the quotes that they give her. And she's like, oh, I could do it cheaper. I'll figure it out. So she takes on a lot of projects by looking at YouTube and maybe taking a class through Home Depot or Lowe's. So I did YouTube for staining my stairs. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the back stairs. There's 2 sets of stairs. So if it don't turn out right, the back stairs aren't used. So I can get a better feel for how it's going to look before I do the main entry stairs. But
so are you going to go through the whole sanding and everything?
Well, the back stairs actually has some kind of overlay on it because it's to prevent slipping on the steps. So it's not all wood. It's the center section has this overlay. The sides are actually wood. So I am going to sand the sides and stain it. And the overlay is black, so the stair is going to actually be black.
Okay.
The wood that's on the side.
Because we did the floors over on Virginia, and sanding the stain of floors ain't no joke. It
Wait,
ain't no
how did it
joke.
turn out?
They turned out all right. We could have, I think, went with another coat of varnish, on the
Okay.
top of it.
Hmm.
But you really have to, well, doing steps hopefully will be a little different using a hand sander as
Hmm.
opposed to the machine sander.
Right, right,
Because that
right.
sucker ain't no joke to use either.
Mm.
But we did. I'd actually love to do it here, but I got too much stuff to move. I'm just tired thinking about it.
I know. I
you
know.
know,
That's why the
but it
floors
needs it
haven't been
badly.
done. Yes, too much furniture. That's why I tried
Mhm.
to get it done before we moved in. So now I can work with the stairs and maybe hallway. But my two rooms needed too much furniture right now. So I
I'm
want
at the
a
point where I
nice
just want to put a
rug.
rug down,
I
right?
got
A
a nice
rug down to
rug. There
cover it
you
up.
go.
Yep, because it's too much work.
Hmm.
Too much work. But I will say this though, I'm glad that my younger nieces and nephews are thinking entrepreneurially. You
Hmm.
know, all of them are making moves to uh, start different businesses. Um, but the brand that I have, the Low Life, it occurred to me, and so I need you all's advice on this because I really wasn't sure where to go with the Low Life. It has that sound. If you think about my nephews creating it, and it definitely has that kind of hip hop type of a feel. I think a flavor to it, right? You
Hmm.
know, kind of street. I guess I want to say. Um, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to just be in that flavor. And so I'm thinking of changing it to Love Life
Oh,
and not love life in terms of your love life, meaning, your romantic life, but in terms of love life. So, making it be a declarative statement,
I got you.
love life. And even if you look at the tattoo on my arm, you can't tell that it doesn't say love life because it's blended in a little bit.
Hmm.
So I think I kind of like the idea of love life
Okay.
because I can make a lot more with that. I can make that motivational.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and kind
Yeah,
of run with that.
Yeah,
yeah,
embracing everything that enhances your life, enhances those
Yes.
around you. You can spin that so
I
Yes.
many
agree.
ways. Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree. I
Okay.
like
Good.
that love life.
Mhm. I think
All
that's a
right.
good plan.
Then that's what I think
I
I'm gonna
agree.
morph to and turn it into to love life.
Okay.
Love life.
Will there be
Yes.
an emphasis or the characters or capitalize the love part, or can you do, or are you going to still keep the low life? But
I may just keep this logo and let
okay,
the kids use it if they decide to and
I
try to
got
come up with a
you. Okay,
different logo for Love Life.
okay.
Although still, I could still use this one for real though, because you know what I'm saying, it still would work.
Hmm.
And I have some drawings of some t-shirts that I wanted to do that I think it would still work for, the one I have here and just make it say love instead of low.
Okay.
But the whole concept part of it, I wanted to get you
Hmm.
all's opinion about because now I have competition from Diane. I got to keep up. You know, she'd have made a big bold step. She got a show out there.
I
She got a
know. That is
whole cooking
huge. Diane
episode.
is so
I don't have a
humble.
single
It's
speech anywhere,
huge.
but she's got a whole cooking
Get a
episode out
whole
there. So
show.
I feel like I'm behind now.
Well, you know what? I'm working on another one. And ladies, I am, just so you know, I do plan to send you all something in the mail. So I got something cooking. I got something in the
Oh,
works. But
okay.
I love I'll let you know when. But I
Okay.
love to share some of it and send it to you all in the mail.
We would
Watch
love
this.
to have it.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Can't
Bring it
wait.
Watch
on, bring it on. We would love to have it.
Hmm. Yeah.
you
Yes.
know what?
Absolutely.
I just sometimes I get tired of being afraid. The only thing is just there's nothing to it but to do it. I see everybody else doing stuff. I'm like, you know what? There is a saying, and I truly believe this. If you want the fruit, you have to go out on a limb. You
Hmm.
don't get, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where
Right.
the fruit are.
Exactly.
So
The fruit
Yes.
is hanging
you
out there
know
on
what?
that
You
limb.
can't you can't stay in you can't stay in your comfort zone.
Hmm. Hmm.
You
I
I
know,
agree.
agree
you
completely. I
can't.
agree
And you know
completely.
what?
And I feel
You
like
know
I'm at the
what?
point where I'm running out of time. So I got to be on
Exactly.
full tip. You know, I got to be on
We
full
don't.
tip.
We love life. We don't have time to
Yeah.
be timid.
And thank
We,
you.
you know,
I
we
don't
got to
have
live
time
it.
to be afraid.
Hmm.
Right.
You
False
can do a
evidence
lot.
appearing real. That's what fear is anyway. False
Exactly.
evidence appearing real.
That's
Right.
right.
That's
That's right.
what your platform, that's what this boomers, that's what it's about. So
Yeah,
I
love
can
life is a
appreciate
lot.
that.
That's a good way to
Huh?
go.
Hmm.
I think
All
that's a
right,
good
then
thing.
that's what I'm going.
Absolutely.
And part of, and I'm glad to kind of have that settled actually because I felt like I was stuck. And I knew I needed to get unstuck, but I didn't know how. And it hit me yesterday about changing the logo. So that's why I wanted to run that by you ladies because now I feel like I can move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm feeling good about that.
Good move.
Yay,
Good
yay,
move.
yay. Well,
See?
all right, Miss Diane, do you have something for us to think about this week?
Yes, I do. Let me here it is. The way I see it, every year can be a brand new journey. Think about it. You get one chance to be 25, 38, 44, and 61, and every age before and between. Why wouldn't you want to experience all the wonder in each step on your path? Think about it.
Okay.
That's Oprah.
And who's that?
All right, Oprah.
Oh,
Oprah
Oprah.
okay,
said.
okay, okay,
Oprah.
You
okay.
know what? If you look at it that way, every age holds something different.
Mm-hmm.
62 holds something different from 61. 65
Mm-hmm.
holds
Yeah.
something different from 63. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we need to embrace it and
Absolutely.
run with it.
Right.
So good one, Diane.
I
Just an
like that.
aside though, why am I watching the news this evening? And my next door neighbor pops up on there being interviewed no less by one of the guys that does special segments for the national news because they were talking about people traveling with COVID now that things are
Mm-hmm.
loosening up and
Mm-hmm.
people traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They had a family reunion plan last year that they were going to go to Vegas. They got canceled because of COVID. So where are they now? In Vegas. She didn't know they was going to nothing. But the whole family,
Whole
and,
family.
and, and the comment that she made was that she couldn't wait. She wanted to see the kids' reactions when they saw Vegas. And I was like,
Yeah. And that's your next
wow.
door neighbor.
Next
You
door
saw on
neighbor
TV. Wow.
ran for all the person and didn't
Mhm.
win, unfortunately. But yeah, but here comes Marla. I'm like, that's Marla.
Hey,
How
I'm
did she
ready
get
to
on
travel.
TV?
I'm ready to
Yeah,
travel for sure. I
I
am.
I'm just
enjoyed
ready to
Vegas.
do
I really
something.
truly did.
I'm ready to do something. And I'm not
Yeah.
going to even necessarily say it has to be travel, but I'm ready to do something that is out of the house. I'm ready to put on a dress and go sit in a restaurant and have lunch and eat my salad and look cute, and not be having a trip off of, COVID and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to go to a winery.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
want to
being
ride.
planned. Yeah.
You know,
And
so
it's
I'm ready to get out. Is what it is.
me
So
too.
hopefully I can remain patient. I'm trying to stay in my lane, but boy, I really want to do a Rick James and go busting out. I'm busting out of this
Do it in
seven
June.
I
square.
think a lot of people I think a lot of people feel that way. A
They
lot,
do. Millions. Yes.
that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I be wanting to hit that highway so quick every day. I do.
Yeah. We'll get there. We're being patient. We'll get there. We'll get there. But boy, when it happens, look out.
Watch out.
Because
Watch
I'm
Hey,
gonna
out.
be
St.
doing
Louis
I'm
only
gonna be doing some serious wilding out. I'm just gonna say. I'm just saying. Y'all know I'm the baby.
St.
I'm just
Louis is
saying.
just St. Louis is just a 20-minute flight.
Oh my God. Really? It's that short? You
It's
know,
like
like
Yeah.
Chicago.
Spirit,
Like Chicago.
Spirit Airlines is here
Started
now.
flying here. Yes. Started
And
flying flights from here.
I
It's a
did
good thing.
Spirit once from Texas. They had when they first did a hub there, they had trips to Vegas for $35 round trip.
Well, we'll definitely be looking
Round
into
trip.
them because
Yeah, so
they're
they
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 they are
have
flying
trips
to
here.
Destination City. So I really like that.
Yeah.
So
What's
yeah, I
Destination City?
hopefully they're better than Frontier. I hate Frontier. They got cheap flights, but I don't care for them that much.
They nickel and dime you the extra. You pay for bags, you pay for the seat, you pay for the snacks. because the
Okay, so it's the
airfare is
same
so
then
low.
as Frontier.
It's the same
Okay.
concept, so I'm not gonna lie
Okay.
to you on that
Okay.
part. Right now, they got a straight flight from St. Louis to LA and to Las Vegas. That's two
Hmm.
that they named on the
And to Miami and
yes,
they're adding a few more
they-
flights in July. I think they said a few more
right, some
destinations.
more coming.
So yeah, I'm glad they're here.
They
I'm
do
glad. That
New
gives us
Orleans. That would be wonderful. I don't know if they will, but that would be cool.
yeah, it definitely would be.
Mhm.
Definitely would be. But the New Orleans, I mean Louisiana, y'all gotta get y'all police together.
Oh,
But
they
anyway,
got a lot of problems. I'm just gonna stay in the French quarters and not think about it. Okay.
look, there you go. Right. We'll just stay in New Orleans and we should be fine. But
You know what? Because my
I,
my niece Kim, my niece Kim, she was just in New Orleans, and they
Yeah.
seemed like they had a bunch of fun.
Yeah, it's fun
yeah,
too.
yeah.
It is.
So I
Yeah.
ain't got to go to Baton Rouge. I ain't got to
No,
go to Metairie.
stay
Just
out of those
leave me
little
in New
towns and
Orleans.
suburbs. Just stay
Just
in the
leave me in
city
New Orleans.
with the
I'm
tourists
good.
and have a good time. Yes.
Right. So we should start planning that trip so Diane can
I,
attend.
by my birthday in September, I already missed you guys. I'm still putting it out there. It could be sooner, but by my birthday, one trip will be planned. If I get one planned during the summer months, that's cool too. So,
Mm.
Well, let's do that one then. We could always hit the road and meet somewhere halfway at a winery. Diane could drive down from Iowa. We could drive up and meet somewhere in the northern part of the state,
Mm-hmm.
And do a little weekend thing.
You know where a winery is?
The
There's
one
plenty of them here in Missouri.
there's several, and they're building. This family is building one. They're investing $100 million to make the wineries in Missouri compete with Napa Valley in California. 100 million.
I think I
Yeah.
read that. So
Yeah.
what's the? I mean, I've never been to a winery. So what's all there other than? I mean, like there are accommodations and little things like that. You can
Well, each one's
hotels.
different, but some have accommodations on site or hotels, motels nearby, and it's set
Mhm.
up so that you're sipping the wines, you're eating the food, the snacks.
Now
They may
that
have
sounds
some
like a
other
lot of
things
fun.
that you can look at,
Yeah.
little artsy things to purchase. Some people
Because the
have
last
horseback
the last
riding.
one I went to, they actually had a live band
Yeah,
performing,
music.
around a lake. And so you can sit around the lake, sip your wine,
Yeah,
get you some food and listen to the music.
yeah.
Um, but it's just a nice, relaxing something to do,
Yeah,
Mhm.
something different to do,
yes,
and
it
sample the
is.
I,
different wines.
yeah.
It
Hmm.
is.
So I'm
Oh
game for
well.
that. I want to go somewhere where I wear a flowing dress, a
Hmm.
floppy hat,
Hmm.
and feeling like summer.
Yep. Sandals and free. Yes.
Yes.
With my natural hairstyle. Yes,
You
ma'am.
know what?
There you go. There you go.
I know what you mean. I got this I got a flowing white skirt and I was getting all whites because I thought when we went to Jamaica that trip got canceled and we were
Hmm.
gonna have an all white night. So I was getting my little stuff together and it is one of those little flowy little I'm like, oh
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You can wear it. Definitely.
Right. You still gonna get the word in Jamaica. I
Mhm.
may be
I
joining you on
sure
this
am.
trip by then because I'd love to go to
I,
Jamaica.
I sure am going to Jamaica. I still got my passport.
Well,
I
I'm
have
getting
to get
mine this
that.
summer, so
I
that's
gotta
what
get
I'm
that.
that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
work on so that I can
Me
go
too,
to
Kathy.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
So hopefully Pam, by your birthday, I'll have my passport. I'm
Okay.
gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and
The
get
days are
on it now.
gone just showing your birth certificate, and that's how I do it in the past. That's how
And
long
the
it's
real
been.
ID too. I got to get a real
I got
ID just to
I
that.
be able
need
to get
I
in
both.
got
the
the real
get on the
ID.
plane.
I gotta do
So
both.
I
I
got
got
my
to do
real
both of
ID
those.
too.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the real ID first, and then do the passport.
All
Hmm.
right.
So yeah,
We
because I don't
gotta
want
make
any
the
issues.
plans. Yeah.
Right, I don't want no issues
I
when I walk
know.
up there with my
Right.
stuff.
No.
So,
Okay.
well, all right, ladies. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for watching. We got one person that gave us a like. We will be back next week to talk about some more interesting stuff.
Cool.
So we will see you next week, the same bad time, the same bad channel.
All right.
Ladies, have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Thank you.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you. See you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I got to learn how to get my hair right there.
Bye.
Bye.